from what the diaspora has to offer. And another thing is we have been engaging several countries on business process outsourcing, which provides a platform for this remote learning as well that can further be integrated into the bridge. So these are my few remarks, and I congratulate my brother, the Honorable Minister of Education and the Minister of State for this wonderful initiative. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs. Another round of applause. Is the face and image of foreign diplomacy. Well, from instructions, if you look at your program, we have been allocated 3 minutes each, and we started behind schedule, so let's adhere to that. Thank you very much. We have also the Honorable Minister of Health, who is a diasporan. He is here, Professor Mohammed Ali Pati, CON. Thank you.
His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here ably represented by my brother, the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Enugu State, who is here in person, my own dear brother, Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Alausa, and my sister, the Minister of State, my own brother, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Science and Technology, representatives of governors, other heads of federal agencies, His Excellency, Deputy Governor of Borno State, our ambassadors, diplomats that are here, members of the diaspora community, heads of agencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me stand on the existing protocol. First, let me thank the Minister of Education and his own sister, the Minister of State, for incredible leadership in bringing this to fruition. I think the Diaspora Bridge is a testament to your leadership, your boldness, your innovation in terms of advancing the agenda of our dear President. We all are aware that the President's vision is that Nigeria is a prosperous, people-oriented and peaceful country into the future. And our economic development is closely linked to the asset that we have, which is our people. And that includes the Nigerians in the diaspora, the amazing population that we have all over the world of Nigerians in the diaspora. And it is in light of that that I believe the Minister of Foreign Affairs also identified the role of the diaspora as part of Mr. President's 4Ds agenda. And we know that the Nigerians in diaspora are some of the most accomplished professionals globally. In most countries, they're the most educated. And combining the power of that diaspora with our amazing domestic capabilities, I think Nigeria can do a lot of wonders. Our country is undergoing some critical reforms to address persistent challenges which have been beleaguering us for a very long time, whether in the macroeconomic space or in the infrastructural space, our workforce, our industries, and all of that. So this is the time to harness the wealth of knowledge, experience, and the resources and networks of Nigerians in diaspora to build a stronger, more resilient country. And the app, the Diaspora Bridge app, provides a framework that will enable Nigerian professionals to contribute meaningfully to research, to learning, to service and innovation through this global engagement. We know that the app, as has been demonstrated to us, will help us develop sectoral capabilities, will provide opportunities for service delivery for those who are learning from here by exchange. The research and development collaborations, the amazing networks are rich, sharing of grants, asking questions, developing methods, publishing, and bringing excitement in a united way between Nigerians at home and abroad. In addition, it allows that engagement to translate into focused advocacy efforts, mobilizing additional resources to catalyze further development in our economic trajectory. So, in conclusion, this effort and the Minister of Education and Minister of State and their team in the Ministry of Education who have brought us together is not just about the building of the bridges, the connections, which is important, but it also allows us to increase the trust capital between various groups, unifying ourselves, fostering innovation, enhancing our own sense of shared responsibility to make this country greater, as envisioned by our President. So thank you, Honorable Minister, and I wish you a very successful rollout. And for the health sector, we're very much looking forward to. There's a vibrant Nigerian health sector diaspora. Of course, many in this room are part of the health sector, and so I believe that they will contribute amazingly in this effort. Minister, you are also one of those, so thank you very much and all the best. Thank you.
A big round of applause to the Minister of Health. You see, Minister of Health, Minister of Education, they are diasporans. That we were talking about the diaspora phenomenon, engaging them for overall development and growth of Nigeria. Thank you for that. Next is Minister of Science and Technology, Chief Uche Geoffrey Nnaji. Sir, you're welcome.
Innovation, Science and Tech. His Excellency the Vice President of Nigeria, ably represented by my brother, His Excellency Senator Ibrahim Hadija, His Excellency Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, His Excellency our host minister and my brother Dr. Tunji Alausa, His Excellency the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Professor Mohamed Epate, Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Honorable Minister of Education State, Professor Ahmad, the governors and states of Kaduna, Borno, and Plateau here ably represented, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Education, directors and chief executives of agencies under the Federal Ministry of Education, the Chairperson, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri-Ariwa, the DG Energy Commission of Nigeria, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi, our diasporans, all the very many stakeholders in the education, innovation, science and technology ecosystem here present, gentlemen of the Fourth Estate of the Rim, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and deep appreciation that I join today's gathering to celebrate the launch of the Diaspora Bridge Program, a timely and strategic initiative of the Federal Ministry of Education aimed at connecting our diaspora talents with the national or nation's innovation and development agenda. In this era of rapid technological change and knowledge-based economies, Nigeria cannot afford to let her best minds remain disconnected from our national development efforts. The Diaspora Bridge provides a bold platform to integrate global expertise, our own sons and daughters, into the education of higher education, research, innovation and industrial transformation. From the vantage point of the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology, I can assure you that this program aligns perfectly with our drive to commercialize research, build a thriving innovation economy, and industrialize Nigeria through strategic partnerships. Mr. President's Renewed Hope agenda envisions a Nigeria where useful idea or talent is not wasted, whether home or abroad. This initiative, therefore, reinforces our collective resolve to unlock the potential of Nigerian professionals in the diaspora, leveraging their experience, networks, and innovation to enrich the academic system and catalyze local value chains and creation. To all our diaspora professionals, I say this: you are not just welcomed, you are needed. And to our universities and research institutions, let this program be the spark that ignites a new era of purpose-driven collaboration. Congratulations to the Federal Ministry of Education for this vision. Congratulations to my brother, the Honorable Minister, and the Minister of State. It's a big, big one. We in the Innovation, Science and Technology family stand ready to support and cooperate with you. Thank you, and may this bridge we launched today be strong, fruitful, and enduring. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I believe we can make the applause a bit louder for the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Thank you very much for your warm message. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll move now into the governor's speech. And leading us off is the Executive Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi Umba. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward. I encourage you to not stop clapping until he gets up here, please.
Thank you. The Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, ably represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadija, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Metaima Tuga, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, the Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Nnaji, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Shuaiba Ahmed, Your Excellencies, my colleagues, governors that are ably represented here, the Deputy Governor of Borno State, permanent secretaries that are here with us today, the Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, top government functionaries that are here with us, our diasporan community, diplomats, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am very delighted to be at this forum that offers more than tacit nod to education as the single most important sector upon which our nation's socio-economic fate depends. For years, our understanding of the role of the Nigerian diaspora has mostly been via the basic economic lens of their remittances. Seldom do we also contemplate how to galvanize their support towards causes with more enduring ends beyond medical outreaches that are often few and far between. Our various diaspora communities across the world represent Nigeria's most critical human resources. What has been lacking is a formal platform where their expertise and collective financial clout could be wholesomely tapped. Today, we take the important first step towards that goal under the banner of the Diasporal Bridge, convened by my dear brother and friend, the visionary Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa. I congratulate you and indeed other members of your team for this brilliant initiative. Let us recognize, however, that this gathering is not just for a discussion. It is an urgent call to reconnect global expertise with local purpose. We must build a living bridge between the rich talent of our diaspora and the urgent developmental needs of our nation's higher education system. The call to STEM, by the way, STEM with double M, the gap for a better Nigeria resonates deeply with our vision in Enugu State. We believe the next generation of Nigerian graduates must not only compete globally, but also be innovators at home, solving challenges of food security, climate change and energy, digital transformation, health, and sustainable development. Our strategy is not simply to train students for the workforce, but to engage them in shaping it. We envision a two-way learning ecosystem between local innovation and global expertise. In Enugu, we're pioneering a 40-60 tertiary education principle. 40% of our curriculum is laser focused on Enugu's strategic economic sectors: agriculture, tourism, renewable energy, digital economy, creative industries, mineral resources, and health technology. 60% prepares our students for national, continental, and global opportunities, ensuring they graduate as world-class professionals who can thrive, innovate, and lead anywhere. To build a future of prosperity, we're placing education, healthcare, technology, and science at the heart of our human capital development strategy. Apart from constructing 260 smart green schools, and by the way, for context, this is actually an exciting time for Enugu State in the education sector, because we have dedicated 33.2% of our total budget to education. In the last 18 months, and by September this year, we would have constructed 6,500 classrooms. Now, these 6,500 classrooms are not just shells, even though we may be enthused about the brick and mortar structures. But what is exciting about this structure is that each of these smart green schools features a robotic center, an artificial intelligence center, a mechatronic center, CGI, where we provide virtual reality and augmented reality for our young people to learn. So it's also my hope that the Diaspora Bridge will be vertically integrated to also accommodate the basic education sector, so that it would also build from the bottom up. And what we have done in Enugu is essentially readied ourselves to be able to take those expertise from the diaspora, because we've created the environment. Each classroom has a smart digital board. So virtually, we can also receive tuition from our diasporan experts. Thank you. Apart from the construction of 260 smart, and people tend to also wonder, why do we refer to it as smart green school? It is essentially deemed as smart because it's internet enabled. We provide all the tuition through the e-learning platform, and of course the technology resource platforms. That's why it's called smart. It is deemed, of course, green, because each smart school is powered by a 65 kVA solar system with an integrated smart farm as well. We've also constructed 260 Type 2 primary healthcare centers across all the wards in Enugu. We're establishing a 5-star hospital for medical tourism and massively upgrading and accrediting our medicine and nursing programs to ensure our youth are trained to the highest international standards. We're convinced that health and education are not just services. And when you relegate them to social services, we tend to overlook the value and the importance healthcare and education bring to the economy. So if we're talking about growing our economy, whether we want to grow it exponentially, we must be very intentional in our investment in education, because that's what holds the long-term growth of economy. So we must be able to connect those nexus. They ensure a future of prosperity. So we believe education is the cornerstone of progress and the bedrock upon which every society future is built. To achieve human capital development, our graduates must be healers and problem solvers at home, and knowledge economy leaders globally. Our universities are becoming development ecosystem where students, educators, diaspora, and communities co-create meaningful, sustainable impact tied to the SDG and local priorities. Enugu State is ready to host and lead diaspora collaborations. In addition to expanding our 7 public tertiary institutions, we're establishing 2 new universities: the Enugu State University of Education and Technology and the Enugu State University of Agriculture and Technology. Innovation is the language of the 21st century. We're establishing 8 science, technical, and vocational schools across Enugu State, 1 in each federal constituency. Our vigorous investment in innovation in Enugu State tertiary institutions is intended to complement our modest efforts to reform our pre-tertiary basic, TVET, and secondary school education system, drive innovation, and leverage artificial intelligence, simulation, and virtual and augmented reality to ensure applied learning in ways that exceed the milestones of the Sustainable Development Goals. Through our Center for Experiential Learning and Innovation, we're making skill development the focus of our education transformation. We're talking about foundational, life, digital, and job-specific skills for industries, innovation, technology, science, and medicine. When you think STEM with double M, think of Enugu State. Come to Enugu State. Give Enugu State a chance. I want to share a personal reflection. I'm here on Dr. Alausa's special invitation. When I weighed the cost of living in Enugu State, even for a day, for a summit or a conference such as this, against the opportunity to not only support the lofty vision of my brother and friend, but also present Enugu's readiness for diaspora's engagement, the choice was an easy one. I didn't have to think twice. In Enugu, thank you. In Enugu, through our Center for Experiential Learning and Innovation, Institutes and Fellowships, we have a Diaspora Innovation Mentorship Core Program, which allows professionals in the diaspora to mentor students' projects, co-develop micro-credentials, and support flexible professional development, no matter where they are in the world. I have a message for our diaspora professionals. We do not call on you as guests, but as co-architects of our future. Imagine co-founding research labs on clean energy, mentoring startups in artificial intelligence and agri-tech, and establishing degree programs that fuse Nigerian ingenuity with global standards. Future, we call on our diaspora professionals, public health, pharmacy, and biomedical engineering, artificial intelligence, robotics, and mechatronics, renewable energy, technology, aeronautics, and space science. Come build with us, partner with our institutions to establish global standard teaching hospitals, research centers, and digital innovations. Co-supervise clinical research, train our next generation of nurses and doctors, oversee seedling research and agro-industrial incubation projects, Join us in our humble effort to digitalize and automate security infrastructure. We also invite you to join our emerging Center for Innovation and Experiential Learning to co-author research, study impacts, and shape the science of teaching and learning through real-time feedback loops informed by tools like Brightspace and Panoply. The Federal Ministry of Education Diaspora Bridge Program is rightly focused on STEM with double M. And in Enugu State, technology, science, and medicine lead our STEM vision. This Diaspora Bridge Program is a national framework for harnessing global expertise. And I urge the Federal Ministry of Education to please embed state-led pilots like Enugu into the broader national reform agenda. We believe Enugu can serve as a national open source model, a federation of pilots where innovations like CELI and its intervention programs, like the 40-60 principle, are shared, scaled, and refined collaboratively across states and institutions. Let this diaspora bridge not just span the Atlantic or the Sahara. Let it connect Nigerian youth with the global marketplace of ideas and opportunities. Let this diaspora bridge carry not just goodwill, but homecoming surgeons, scholars, researchers, and investors. Let this diaspora bridge enable our youth to japa their skills, but remain physically at home to innovate prosperity. Let this bridge link our communities to global knowledge exchanges, care, and healing. Enugu stands ready with infrastructure, the political will, institutional reforms, and a bold vision to work together with our diaspora sisters and brothers for prosperous Nigeria. The most powerful export Nigeria can offer the world is not oil or minerals. It is the brilliance of our people, channeled through an education system built to transform lives, communities, and economies. The bridge is here. Let's cross it together. God bless Enugu State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. I took the liberty to market it.
Excellency, give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. That's a good one. You see, that is what is called diaspora engagement. Thank you very much. The governor took time to market Enugu State. Give him another round of applause. Okay, let's bring our own. I have the honor, privilege, and goodness to welcome the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabri Erewa, OON, Mama Diaspora.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, ably represented by our brother, Senator Adeja, the Governor of Enugu State, Your Excellency, Governor Peter Mba, and I'll tell you a bit more. It's not a coincidence that you gave all that long speech. Enugu State is actually the only state that has diaspora focal persons at the local government level. Yes. We have diaspora persons at every state. I can see 2 of them here, Lagos and Kaduna. But your state did that at the local level, and it's making a lot of impact. Thank you, Your Excellency. Our brother, the visionary, Dr. Tunji Alausa, thank you so much for today. We're proud of you, and we're so excited about today because you know what? You've made our job much easier. Honorable Minister of State, thank you for all the hard work in the ministry. I also pay my respect and compliments to all the ministers there. My minister, Ambassador Tuga, our own minister, thank you very much. And of course, Minister of Health, who is also a diasporan, as we have heard, and a Diaspora Merit Awardee. Thank you so much. Let me just stand by all existing protocols for sake of time and pay my respect and compliments to everyone. And start by saying, you know what, it's not a coincidence that this is taking place during the Diaspora Week. 25th, 26th July, we just celebrated Diaspora Week in Nigeria. So Dr. Alausa, this will be part of Diaspora Week every year. And we have them in the room, amazing professionals, doctors, artificial intelligence experts. As we've heard, Nigerians are the best in the world. So we celebrate your diaspora, we appreciate all you're doing, and this innovation from the Ministry of Education is a game changer. And I urge all of you to make adequate use of this. You know what, we've heard about the diaspora, the best in the world, remittances, investments, and all that. But beyond that, the bridge is a structure that makes it easier to give back. I know we've been doing a lot of things in the last 6 years with the Diaspora Commission, with a lot of them investing in healthcare. And by the way, Governor of Enugu State again, I'd like to tell you that one of our brothers from Canada is bringing medical equipment to Enugu end of August. A whole lot of medical. I don't know why he chose Enugu, but what a coincidence. So my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, it's highly significant to note that this bridge innovation from the Ministry of Education is creating profound impact through academic capacity building, technology acquisition, skills transfer for national development, engaging with our universities worldwide. But my message is basically to you, the diaspora community. I want to express our sincere gratitude to you for your ongoing support and engagement, whether through academia, medical services, remittances, investments, or other forms of giving back to the nation. We recognize the sacrifices and challenges you face in your pursuit of opportunities abroad, and we acknowledge your enduring connection to Nigeria. We especially want to highlight the immense potential of academic capacity building and skills transfer as a powerful means for you to further contribute to our nation's development. We believe that by sharing your knowledge, expertise, and resources, you can play a major role in empowering our citizens and building a stronger and more prosperous future for all Nigerians. As Gabriel said, we talk about brain gain, brain drain, and now brain circulation. We implore you to connect with students and young professionals to provide guidance and support in their academic and career paths, organize workshops, webinars, online and physical courses to share your specialized skills and knowledge in various fields. Collaborate with institutions in Nigeria to establish exchange programs, joint research projects, and faculty development initiatives. Contribute to scholarships, bursaries, and educational infrastructural development to ensure wider access to quality education. My brothers and sisters in the diaspora, your involvement in these areas can significantly enhance our human capital, foster innovation, drive economic growth, and strengthen our nation's competitiveness in the global stage. We are confident that by working together, we can create a lasting legacy of knowledge and empowerment for generations to come. Your dedication to your homeland, combined with your expertise and experience, is invaluable to transforming our nation. And what better way to do it but with the bridge we're launching today. I want to again especially thank the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, and his team that have been working together along with the NIDCOM team for this achievement. It's a great achievement, and the impact, honestly, the impact will be felt. 6 years of talking to the diaspora, engaging with them, they are doing things, but this structure is a game changer. Israel, India, Pakistan, they've all done it. Nigeria, we can do it and even do it better because we are the best in the world. There's no way Nigeria is not excelling. Yes, and we should be proud that we are God's greatest gift to humanity. But let it show in our country, Nigeria. Let us give back. As the governor said, let us cross this bridge together. And let us ensure that we take advantage of what is happening here today. This, like I said, is a game changer. I appeal to all of you. There may be teething problems. You may want to connect and have teething problems. It's normal. We are there for you to talk to. Any complaints, we'll handle everything. But this is going to work. This is going to succeed. This will be another major achievement of the renewed agenda of this administration. Dr. Alausa is the diasporan, Minister is a diasporan, President is a diasporan. So at no better time than now, as we've always been engaging with you, let's join hands, Nigerians at home with Nigerians in the diaspora. We will build this country together, and we are the greatest country in the world. We'll get to where we're going, which is the top of the mountain, and we all will do it together. Thank you very much, Dr. Alausa, for this innovation. And I want to appeal to other ministries to do what he has done today. I also want to appeal to state governors to support your diaspora focal officers so that we can, as the governor said, go further down to the states and the local government levels. Thank you very much. And by the way, before I leave, Dr. Alausa, prepare for your Diaspora Merit Award next year. And the Minister of State too. So thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Please come and make the applause a bit louder for the Chairman, Nigerian Diaspora Commission. Thank you very much, ma'am. Just to recognize the presence of the representative of the Lagos State Governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is represented here by the Executive Secretary, Lagos State Office of Diaspora Affairs, Jermaine Sanwo-Olu. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for coming. We also have the representative of the Chairman of Committee, Provost Dr. Rafiu Shoyele. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for coming. Still in the vein of introduction, we have the Director General, Energy Commission of Nigeria, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for coming. And last but not the least, for now, we have the representative of MBTE Executive Secretary, Professor Diodine Hassan. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on with our goodwill message. And this will take for just 3 minutes. In an innovation as this, we know that public-private partnership is a continuum, is a norm. At this time, I would like to invite to the podium a representative of Wow Company. His name is Alhaji Karami Rabiu for the goodwill message. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes up here. I believe we can make those applause a bit louder. Thank you very much.
The representative of the Vice President, Ambassador Ibrahim Hadija, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of Education, Your Excellency, Enugu State Governor, you are most welcome, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, my brother, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, please allow me to stand on already established protocol. On behalf of Boa Group, myself, and a lot of other Nigerians, I would like to say to the Nigerians in the diaspora, thank you for being golden representatives and ambassadors of Nigeria. You make us so proud because everywhere you go in Nigeria, in the world, is it in India, is it in America, is it in Canada, Nigerians are excelling. They are doing the best they can in science, in technology, in medicine, and what better way than that to call yourself a Nigerian. So right now, I look upon you as a limited liability company. What you need to do next is to go public, coming home and engaging and connecting with your brothers and sisters, your uncles, your neighbors, your friends, to be the best that they can be in the area of STEM and bridging the gap that we have here in Nigeria. Education, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences is the foundation and infrastructure of every strong modern economy in the world today. There is a saying that knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. And today we gather here not only to admire this garden, but to water it, to connect with the diaspora Nigerians, to give our students who hunger for knowledge, who want to experiment, who want to innovate, who want to invent, who want to imagine and see their dreams come true. And this is possible with what the leadership of the Ministry of Education is doing under the vision of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So much has been done by this administration in the areas of education, such as the Student Loan Fund, teacher training programs, the 3MTT, 3 million talent training, the solarization of education, the school feeding programs, the MBT, TVET, skills-based training that gives Nigerians the opportunity to do real things, to solve problems, and to imagine, to be able to innovate, and to be able to make things. AI Academy is also there. Nigeria's future is not in oil or gas or what we have under our soil. It is in the minds of the young Nigerians that dream to aspire to be the Bill Gates of tomorrow. And I believe with our talent, with our skills, we can do that. But this is not just about policy, it is about transformation. And we have seen what education can do. Singapore has no natural resources. And when Lee Kuan Yew was there, he didn't invest in the military. He invested in STEM schools and in technology. And today, Singapore is one of the greatest economies and smartest cities in the world. I believe we can do that in Nigeria. STEM schools are very important, are very significant. Nigerians are very talented, very gifted, very hardworking. We already have the raw material. Our young men and women are coding, they are dreaming, they are thinking, they are imagining. And President Tinubu is giving them the opportunity through this forum, through these policies and programs that are being meted out by the Federal Ministry of Education. Honorable Minister, I salute you, I congratulate you. Well done. Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, please, and please, and please, the DG NITCOM is here. You've had her. She's been working day and night to ensure that we excel, to ensure that this bridge remains strong and connects us permanently, progressively, proactively, and productively. Let us support her to make sure she does that. Finally, I'd like to close by saying that when people are digging for gold, don't dig with them. Sell them shovels. What the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing
is providing these shovels to the Nigerian students to be able to mine knowledge, to be able to mine what they have in their heads. And in the process of doing that, they are actually able to mine gold. And that gold is the leadership of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
I believe we can make the applause a bit louder. Thank you very much. Still in the mood of goodwill messages, permit me at this time to invite the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Yusuf Ribadu. Please a round of applause for him as he comes on stage. Please a round of applause for him. I believe
Deputy Governor of Jigawa State, because I'm a Jigawa diaspora also. Though from Adamawa, but the Governor of Jigawa has given me citizenship of Jigawa 2 weeks ago at the convocation, because I've stayed in Jigawa for 5 years to establish the Sule Lamido University. Honorable, distinguished Your Excellency, the Governor of Enugu and other governors represented here, our Minister of Education and the Minister of State Education, other distinguished ministers here present, the Permanent Secretary of Education, Director Generals, Chief Executives of parastatals, Vice Chancellors, Provosts, Rectors, Diasporans, the Chairman of the Diaspora Commission, and other distinguished guests. Our sister, the Minister of Education, has already established the protocol. She has not patented it, so I am observing that protocol. I actually didn't know I was going to give a goodwill message here, but all the same, I want to say I have 2 minutes anyway, so I will keep to it as much as possible. I'm not going to give a lecture. Distinguished guests and esteemed members of the Diaspora community, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and deep sense of honor that I give this goodwill message at the launch of this Diaspora Bridge. And I want to say this Diaspora Bridge is built on a very strong foundation, not on wooden foundation. It's a very, very strong iron foundation that is built by our minister. So it's going to be a bridge that will last for a long time. And this initiative holds immense promise for our nation's progress. Today marks more than just an unveiling of project. It is the celebration of renewed bond, a bridge of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration connecting our brothers and sisters abroad with institutions here at home. In a time when global connections drive development, this initiative stands out as a vital platform for harnessing the immense expertise and goodwill of Nigerians in the diaspora. The Diaspora Bridge is a testament to what we can achieve when we deliberately create pathways for partnership, mentorship, and meaningful exchange between global professionals and local institutions, particularly in education, in healthcare, research, and technology. It is not just about giving back, it is about building forward together. To our diaspora professionals, we welcome your skills, your insights, your passion for a better Nigeria. So many diasporans actually want to contribute to this country, and now they have the platform. Your experience is invaluable. To our institutions here, may this bridge be a source of renewed energy, expanded networks, and shared innovations. I want to say, at the National Universities Commission, in the last, more than a decade ago, a similar initiative was done under the LEADS. It was called LEADS, Linkage with Experts, Academics in Diaspora. But that program could not be sustained because of, one, funding, because at that time there was no Zoom. The lecturers will have to physically come to Nigeria and give lectures. Another challenge was that of instability in the academic calendar. when they are ready to come, our universities are closed for one reason or the other in the last decade or so. But this thing, with stable academic calendar now, and with the fact that now we can use Teams, we can use Zoom to teach, this thing is possible. Secondly, at the last week, I just returned yesterday from Rabat, not for the football, but for the Association of African Universities quadrennial conference in Rabat at the University Muhammad VI Polytechnic. And one of the visions of the AAU is to connect diaspora linkage to Africa, to African institutions. So what we are doing today aligns with the vision of the Association of African Universities. Another thing I want to say is that this platform should be publicized. The DICT of TEDFund, I was trying to write the website, but it was too fast. I couldn't even get the website correctly. So it's important that this website is publicized to all our diasporans, to all our institutions locally, and let it be in all networks and platforms so that people can key in. So on behalf of all stakeholders and on behalf of the National Universities Commission, I commend the visionaries behind this initiative, and I urge everyone to make the most of the opportunities it offers. May this bridge continue to strengthen, inspire, and empower generations to come. Thank you, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Will you please give him another round of applause? Thank you very much, sir. We'll move to next to the other goodwill message we have. Coming up next is the chairman of the Vice Chancellors, the chairman of the Vice Chancellor Committee. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward on stage.
Good afternoon, all. On behalf of the Chairman, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Federal Universities, Professor Tanko Ishaya, the Vice Chancellor of University of Jos, who is currently in the Governing Council meeting, our distinguished ministers, you know that when we are having Governing Council meeting, we can't move an inch because we are there to explain what is going on in the universities. It is as a result of this that he asked me to stand and talk on his behalf. I am Honorable Professor Omar Adam Katzel, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Transportation, Daura. I would like to simply say that this folding of digital bridge today, it is for no other people than the heads of higher institutions in Nigeria. Why we say so? Because it is costly for us to purchase equipment, to purchase tools, consumables in the case of science and healthcare, to purchase consumables like chemicals, to conduct research, as well as to publish, and also to travel within and even within Nigeria to present papers because of the cost of travel, because of the cost of almost everything. So we are happy to say that this thing today, it is done for us, and we are very much grateful to the Ministry of Education, and particularly to the Honorable Minister of Education and his Minister of State of Education, as well as other people that contributed in this well laudable initiative for the digital bridge, because we are sure that from today, coupled with the anthology and other platform brought by the Honorable Minister, I'm sure will go much, much further. And the next thing is that there will be no boundary between our individual universities within the country, as well as those big and old universities outside the country. And with this, I would like to say we are very grateful and will not take this thing for granted. We'll bring on board all our academics, and from time to time, we'll be reporting for the activities we are doing, and if there's any challenge, we'll also be reporting to see how such challenges can be alleviated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're pressed for time, and so we'll be moving with the speed of light. With that said, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll take at this time Mr. Ian, FCDO of Artfield, for his goodwill message. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes up here. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not sure that was speed of light, but it was as fast as I could manage. Honourable Representative of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellencies from the Governor of Enugu State, Deputy Governor of Borno State, representatives of Governors of Plateau, Kaduna and Lagos State. All Honourable Ministers here present, and a special shout out to my own home ministers, my home team ministers, Honourable Minister Tunji, Professor Sawaiba, Chief Executives of agencies here present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I say, build on all existing protocols, all established protocols. The UK thinks this is a tremendous idea, and we're really pleased to be associated with the Diaspora Bridge scheme. The UK really wishes to stand shoulder to shoulder with Nigeria. We are aware in the UK just how many talented, dedicated Nigerians they are, and we really recognise the contributions they make, certainly to our country, the United Kingdom, but to nations all over the world. We're already engaging in a whole series of partnerships with Nigeria in the tertiary education space, thinking about our Chevening and Commonwealth scholarships, and operationalising together with TET Fund and NUC the transnational education partnerships, which to some extent share a lot of the DNA of the Bridge Diaspora scheme. Together with the British Council, we do a number of UK-Nigeria people-to-people schemes, thinking of the alumni associations to UK universities, the alumni schemes with the Chevening and Commonwealth scholars. We think these will be really important networks and platforms to both to help expand the impact and the spread of the Bridge Diaspora, but I think they'll also be able to act as critical friends to understand how this scheme can be fine-tuned to maximise the laudable objectives and benefits that have been outlined so powerfully today. I think I'm really, tremendously excited to see the digital platform behind, and the fact that this is built on modern, cutting-edge partnerships, digital systems that really allow people to give back in ways that are proportionate and potentially, can fit within those diaspora's busy times and schedules. I really think it will be interesting not just to sort of take stock and give prizes to the best individuals, most dedicated, but also I think this scheme will need a degree of monitoring and evaluation to actually drill into where diasporas, what are the things that they can give and how can they sustain it? Because the key to all of these schemes is about sustainability. It's about keeping these platforms operational over political cycles so that they can be nurtured and prosper. So I'd just like to once again really thank Minister Tunji and all the people behind Bridge. We're really glad to be associated. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Keeping it straight, short, and simple. We now invite the chief host of today's diaspora engagement, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maru Tunji Alausa. Sir, come over. Thank you very much.
Let me begin by acknowledging our amiable Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, for all his support to us in the education department, in the education sector. Vice President has been there for us all the time, more so in areas of skill development. You've seen us launch the TVET program that's going to change the way we deliver skills to young million Nigerians. Thank you, Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, who is ably represented today by my dear brother, distinguished Senator Adija. Thank you for all the support. You've always been there for us. Anytime we call you, you're there for us. Thank you so much, please. And let me acknowledge and thank my dear brother, the Governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Undubusi Mba, for all your support and all the wonderful things you're doing in Enugu State. The 260 smart green schools that you built has not gone unnoticed. And just a few days ago, last weekend, Nursery 3 students graduated, Primary 6 students graduated, and GSS 3 students graduated. You're building the future. Like our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will say, the youth, they're the heartbeat of our nation. And when you give them the knowledge, they thrive, they excel, and be the leader that we want them to be. Your 46 strategy and your commitment to even surpass the UNESCO goal for budgetary allocation to education is phenomenal. And I'm imploring other sub-national governments to emulate Governor Peter Undubusi Mba of Enugu State. Let's give him a round of applause. The Deputy Governor of Borno State, who is representing the Governor of Borno State, my dear sister, my colleague, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Surebat Said Ahmad. I need everybody to just, in a minute, to help me give her a wonderful round of applause. Please, hold on. I need to talk about her. Her commitment, her diligence, her passion, her longitudinal and directional focus to ensuring every single Nigerian child gets the highest quality of education is unsurpassed. Let's give her a big round of applause. To my colleagues that are here, Coordinating Minister for Health, this is the outcome of the work we started together when I was with you at the Ministry of Health. Thank you for all your support all the time. And to our Innovation, Science and Technology Minister, my dear brother, Honorable Minister Uche Ndaji, your focus in changing our entire economy to ensure that innovation and science becomes front and center is not unnoticed. You just came back from Copenhagen just a few days ago. You went and discussed how we can begin to manufacture green hydrogen and green methanol in our country. If this comes to fruition, the country will make more money than we make from oil. But that's not the case. We want knowledge. We want a knowledge-driven economy, and that's what you're doing. Thank you so much. And to our Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, my dear brother Yusuf Mama Tuga, your work, we're seeing the result of your work. You've been transversing the world, putting our country back on the center stage. Nigeria is back. Courtesy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the hard work our Minister of Foreign Affairs is doing. Thank you so much for all your work. And I'd like to also acknowledge our Permanent Secretary, Mr. Abel Enito, and the DG of NICOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri. You've done an amazing job galvanizing a diaspora population together across commerce, manufacturing, education, technology, innovation. You are at the center of it all. Let's give her a big round of applause. Let me recognize the representative of Governor of Plateau State, the Commissioner from Plateau State, Commissioner for Kano State, and the Special Advisor who's representing the Kaduna State Governor, and as well as Special Advisor representing my home state governor, Governor Sanwo-Olu. Thank you. And as well, my dear brother, Honorable Beleye, the DG of Bureau for Public Enterprise. Thank you for all your support. And you've seen my dear brother here, Alhaji Samad Rabiu. He is actually going to be a major beneficiary of what we're doing today. He's building green air vehicle assembly plants all over the country. He's promised to take as many people that we can give him after our TVET students graduate. Thank you so much. He said he will take about 1,000 students, TVET graduates in his companies. Thank you so much. We already have jobs already for them before they even start their training. And all our directors at the Federal Ministry of Education, thank you, head of agencies that are here today. And more importantly, our vice chancellors, our rectors, and the provost of our colleges of education. You are the one why we're here today. We need to provide you all the resources that you need to continue to do your work and do it very well. Thank you for all the support and all in the last several months. And also all the professors and lecturers that are here, the professors and lecturers of our universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. We're here to support you and will continue to support you. Now, to my fellow colleagues, the diaspora professionals, you have somebody at the highest level that has your will, that has your back. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has your back. He was also a diasporan. He's mandated us to reinculcate you, to get you back into the development of this country. So, we are here to support you, and this bridge is a game changer. I've gone to many of your meetings in the last 2 years. You're yearning to come back and serve your fatherland, to serve your country. We heard you, and now we're here today. This is for you. And thank you for coming out in droves to support this program. That shows your determination and your dedication to your country. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And to all our students across our tertiary institutions that will benefit from this, we encourage you to use this. This will help put you in a competitive part, and you will be able to compete with any student in the world. And you know, we have a president that believes so much in human capital development. And when you talk about human capital development, what are you talking about? Education, health, and social protection. Today, we have a president that is giving us the maximum political support. Not just political support, the president is ensuring that all his campaign promises are actually coming to fruition. Today, we have the highest budgetary allocation to education, to health, and our various social protection programs. Let's give our president, President Bola Tinubu, a very warm round of applause. Our development partners present, private sectors, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound honor and national pride that I welcome you all to this historic occasion, the official launch of the Diaspora Bridge Initiative, an innovative platform established by the Federal Ministry of Education to strategically mobilize Nigerian global talent pool for national transformation. Today underscores the premium which the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, places on education, innovation, and urgent task for our national rebirth. Bridge is not merely a project, it is a flagship initiative that gives practical expression to the renewed hope agenda, an agenda that seeks to unlock the full potential of Nigeria's human capital by deploying knowledge, technology, and purposeful partnership. As a medical doctor who was trained here in Nigeria, practiced globally, and now returned home to serve, I understand deeply the immense value that diaspora professionals represent. Today, with bridging research, innovation, development, and global engagement, we are institutionalizing a framework for structured engagement of Nigerian professionals in diaspora, which are universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, and our research institutions. This initiative is laser focused on a national priority, particularly science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences, STEM with 2 M's. These disciplines form the cornerstone of Nigeria's 21st century development aspirations. Whether it is developing vaccines, pioneering clean energy solutions in areas of food security, or preparing our youth for digital economy, STEM is the key, and STEM is the answer. And through Bridge, our institutions can now tap into world expertise to build strong research ecosystems, support cutting-edge teaching, and ignite innovation. Today, we're not just asking our diaspora to return, we're creating flexible pathways for them to contribute to collaborative teachings, virtual mentoring, physical sabbaticals, research co-creation, curriculum review, and institutional development. Through integration with TED Terra's platform, Bridge ensures transparency, continuity, efficiency, and full accountability in our various engagement processes. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is a defining moment for our country. Nigeria can no longer afford to watch its finest minds excel while our institutions struggle at home. Bridge is a powerful response to that challenge. It is a call to action, a national handshake across oceans. To our diaspora professionals, Bridge is your homecoming, not just in geography, but in purpose. To our institutions, Bridge is your gateway to global excellence. To our students, Bridge is a promise that your future will be globally competitive. And to our country, Bridge is the renewed hope in motion, evidence that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision of a prosperous, knowledge-driven Nigeria is just not a dream, but a reality in the making. In closing, let me thank His Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, once again, for his inspiring leadership and steadfast support for the education sector. Your presence here today is a source of strength and validation for all of us working together to reposition this sector. Together, let us build a legacy of excellence that will empower generations and reaffirm Nigeria's rightful place in the global knowledge economy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. God bless Diaspora, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I believe we can make that applause a bit louder for the innovative Honorable Minister of Education. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you for launching this bridge that is taking us places across the globe. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence is no longer a future aspiration. It is a present tool to transformation. At this time, we'll now welcome Engineer Jidiofo Charles Abo to speak on how AI can revolutionize Nigeria's higher education landscape. Please put your hands together for him as he comes forward for 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, the Vice Presidents, the Executive Governors, and Honorable Ministers. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol, and I thank the organizers of this event for giving us this opportunity to join in trying to shape Nigeria. Today, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence on transforming higher education in Nigeria. The future of education is here. It is generative AI driven, it is highly personalized, and is globally competitive. Imagine in Nigeria where every student from Lagos to the remote village in Borno, across all the 775 local governments in Nigeria, have a world-class personal tutor who speaks their language, understands their knowledge levels, understands their goals, and is there 24/7 to support them in their learning needs, making them learn faster, 10 times faster, and also getting them all the necessary resources they need. You see, this artificial intelligence makes students super intelligent and makes them problem solvers from the grassroots. This is what we are building at MG, and we are based in UK, but we are building a system that will personalize education in the higher institutions and generally. Okay. Why is this very important? You see, generative AI is disrupting entire professions and the job market. A lot of people do not know this, but there is an AI skills gap happening globally now, where the World Economic Forum in their Job Outlook 2025 mentioned that by 2030, 93 million jobs are going to be displaced. But in this same period, more than 130 million jobs will be created. But the thing is that these jobs will be created, need AI skills. And the schools currently are not positioned to give people these AI skills. That is why these personalizations are quite important at this point in time. A lot of countries are already integrating AI in their learning. China and the United States are leading on this. From primary school to higher education, they are integrating AI. But the key here is the personalization, to make it tailored to everybody's learning unique styles, to bring out the best in every student. Imagine a situation where in Nigeria we champion this. All the lecturers or teachers can deploy AI agents, AI tutors that they have trained to serve every student in Nigeria. Everybody can learn at the same pace. The cost of knowledge is dropped. Everybody has the power to become the best student they can be, wherever they are, in whatever language. That is the future of education now. This is also important because since it has not been integrated in our university systems, currently a lot of students in schools are using ChatGPT to do their work. This has caused or is causing problems that we know. One of them is cognitive offloading, where students outsource their learning or assignments or tasks to generative AI. What it does is it stops them from doing critical thinking, and also when they submit this report, it seems okay. It's good. Sometimes lecturers miss it and pass it. But the key thing is that it's also superficial understanding when you really don't understand what they're doing. There is a study that MIT did this year where they brought in people that were using ChatGPT to do assignments, and other people, the other group does not use ChatGPT. At the end of the day, the people that use ChatGPT, their writing was excellent and they did very well. But when it was time to present what they did, they could not remember any single thing that they did. So that is the problem. And if it is not checked now, the artificial intelligence will actually be a problem in our education system. So because of that problem, which is measuring intelligence, and overall, it will in the near future cause a lot of dulling of the brain. I personally have seen this happen because I use generative AI a lot and we build a lot of solutions. When you use it, it helps you do a lot of work, but it may make you stop using your cognitive abilities. Another issue that it causes when it's not integrated in schools is what we call generative AI. No matter how good it becomes in the next few years, we can never do what teachers do. We can never have that emotional intelligence. So this is the time that teachers, lecturers, universities have to play a key role in the future of education. Because if the teachers do not know how to use this AI tool, our students will use AI however they want to, and it will cause a problem to be solved. So teachers are equipped. Our tool helps teachers to also gives them the tools they need to teach their students. But teachers need to, the AI cannot capture emotional intelligence that teachers can offer to students. What the teachers should be doing is just motivating students, mentoring them, and helping them to achieve their goals. So the way we design our system is based on core principles for students and also the other one for teachers. AI is hyper-personalized, it tailors every student's needs, and we do something we call reinforced learning, where we use spaced repetition to make sure that help students retain their knowledge in whatever they are reading. What NDAI does is simple: help people learn 10 times faster and become experts in any field. And with that, we have a multimodal delivery system where the AI can create. It's meant to ensure that everybody learns in their unique learning style. So whether you are visual or auditory, text-based, it creates all kinds of content for you. But at the foundation of it is what it does with teachers. Teachers, when trained on this, we can use it to now tailor learning to all the students and also scale the personalization for students across Nigeria. And we can champion this in Africa and also remove the workforce for teachers, like generating content, learning materials. This can now be automated, and also assessments are reviewed. I used to be a lecturer in Montfort University. One of the reasons I left was the heavy task of assessment, and maybe to further my profession though. But in the UK, 44% of lecturers or teachers generally are leaving because of assessment. So even now we are in discussion to build AI that will do the assessment for teachers. So they are really working on it. So this is to make the work of the teachers easy. And if you integrate it in the universities in Nigeria, we believe that you will create students that will be problem solvers. I see a period where with artificial intelligence, we can solve all the rudimentary problems in Nigeria, in our local governments, in our towns, in our society. The cost of knowledge has dropped, and we are building a personalized learning partner to help students, to help schools build students of the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. AI is the noun. Okay. Next, and the real thing now, we have special remarks by the guest of honor, His Excellency the Vice President Kashim Shettima, GCON, here represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Office of the Vice President, Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Peter Ndubuisi Mba, Your Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, who is represented here by his Deputy Governor, His Excellency Omar Usman Kadafur, the representatives of the governors of Kaduna, Lagos, and Plateau States, my brother, the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, and his Minister of State, Professor Suwaiba Ahmad, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tuga, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Uche Geoffrey Naji, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Abel Eniton, the Director General of the Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabri, members of the Diplomatic Corps, respected academics, our partners in the diaspora, other representatives of government agencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to represent His Excellency the Vice President, who was actually personally involved in the build-up to this event and actually worked towards setting what he thought would be a very suitable date. But unfortunately, he had to leave for Addis Ababa yesterday to attend the United Nations Food System Summit in his capacity as chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Food Security. He sends his apologies and extends his warmest wishes and has asked me to read his speech. Before I do that, I would just like to re-echo Abike Dabri's comment on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's initiative in kicking off the diaspora. This is essentially the second bridge. If you look at the fact that a good chunk of the cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually from the diaspora. And incidentally, I think this impacts all the four ministers present here. The more well-known ones are, of course, Professor Pate, who was shuffling between DC and Boston and was on his way to Geneva when he was called to serve. And then, of course, Dr. Alausa himself came directly from Chicago to Abuja. Honorable Ambassador Yusuf Tuga was serving out his second term as ambassador to Germany when he was also called to serve. But a lot of people did not know that even Chief Naji is equally at home in Miami as he is in Enugu. So, so I think we should absolutely recognize the President's drive and foresight in picking out the best from the diaspora to come and help him achieve his objective. Distinguished guests, it is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at the unveiling of a landmark initiative, the Diaspora Bridge Program, a Bridge is not just another government program. It is a symbol of restored trust, a framework for renewed partnership, and a strategic pillar in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's new agenda. For too long, the collaboration between Nigerian-based professionals and our brothers and sisters in the diaspora has been fragmented by distance, by bureaucracy, and perhaps most critically by a deficit of trust. Today, through Bridge, we are laying the foundation to repair that trust with intentionality, transparency, and inclusivity. This program recognizes a simple truth, that Nigeria's greatest asset is its people, both at home and abroad. Our scholars, scientists, technologists, teachers, doctors, and innovators are scattered across the globe, achieving great things and raising the Nigerian flag high in every corner of the world. What we lacked was a system to harness their passion and expertise in a structured, dignified, and sustainable manner. And this is what Bridge provides. By building a technology-enabled platform that connects diaspora professionals with institutions in Nigeria for research, teaching, mentorship, and innovation, we are not only opening doors, we are redesigning the architecture of collaboration. We are saying to our diaspora, you belong, you matter, you are needed. And we are saying to our institutions, you will no longer be left behind in the global conversation. The Renewed Hope agenda is about rebuilding our country from within, while drawing strength from our global extensions. Bridge is a prime example of this, a policy that not only uplifts education and research, but fosters unity, drives innovation, and ignites national pride. As Vice President of this great nation, I pledge our continued support to ensure that this program grows, evolves, and delivers on its promise. We will protect the integrity of its implementation, empower the institutions that participate in it, and elevate the professionals both home and abroad that will make it a success. Let us today declare that we are no longer a country divided by geography, but united by purpose. Let us bridge the divide. Let us build the Nigeria we all know is possible. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you. A good round of applause to the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, GCON, Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Office of the Vice President, Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadija. Sir, well done. Now, unveiling an official launch of the Bridge platform. Please, front row, join the Vice President upstage. Just the front row alone. Front row alone. Everybody else, you can sit down. Thank you. Shall we look? Go with the team there. We need a backup mic, please. A good round of applause for the Bridge Diaspora platform today unveiled and launched by the Vice President. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, photo session. Thank you very much. Let's be seated.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. While the special guest of honor will be taking his leave, will be entertained in a short while by the cultural troupe. I invite them now to come on stage for their presentation. Please, a round of applause for the cultural troupe as they come on stage. Thank you very much. You're going to continue with your presentation, but I just want to make a quick announcement that we should please sit down in the hall. I've just been reliably informed that lunch will soon be served, so please just sit in the hall, and once I have that information, I will share it across to you. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can we please give them a round of applause? Can we please give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for them. A round of applause for the cultural troupe. I was almost scared of coming back to stage. Thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to recognize the presence of the stakeholders engagement and SLA, stakeholders engagement and mobilization of the President of the Senate, Mr. Femi Odere, is in the house. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for coming. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I come bearing good news. I've been reliably informed that lunch is not far from us. So please just exercise a bit of patience. As soon as we have that set up, we'll call for lunch. So just please keep your mouths watered up. Thank you very much. So while that is ongoing, permit me at this time to move on with the program of event. We'll take the next presentation, which is the role of technology, enhanced learning and simulation in transforming medical education in Nigeria. This is to be handled by Dr. Chris Abo, and it's a virtual presentation. Media, take it away.
Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Minister for Education, distinguished executive members of the Council, President, Head of Sector, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to address you here today on the role of technology in advancing medical education. I am Dr. Chris Abuja, consultant nephrologist and simulation lead at University Hospital London, honorary senior clinical lecturer, Doctoral College, University of Hertfordshire, a seasoned medical educator in the UK and globally, with a special interest in immersive technology and simulation, where I obtained my PhD. I'm also the immediate past president of MANSA. The concept of technology and advancing medical education focuses on technology-enhanced learning, immersive technology and simulation. The bedrock of technology in advancing medical education is simulation, which is an area that I'm very, very passionate about, and it has to do with training. They recreated lifelike scenarios using different kind of models, virtual environments to replicate the life scenarios in clinical setting. Here is the simulation center, one of the leading simulation centers in Southwest London, and this is the entrance to the simulation suite. We're entering into the simulation zone. Simulation corridor all through the end. Both floors simulation room, and we have area 1, 2, 3. We have one section for pediatrics. Then we enter the pediatric simulation room. In there we have the resource drawing. We have Sim Baby. You can see the flexibility. This is the most recent high fidelity Sim Baby that we have. Also we have the different monitors that monitor the story. These are mirrors. We also have another trolley for units as well here. And this is the trolley for bigger grown-up babies here. And we're entering into the control room, which is the engine where most of the simulation programming and control and different aspects happen. If you look at the simulation room, we have cameras located on top of this, and this is connected to the simulation briefing zone. And then we're going to enter the control room where our technician will just tell us how it works.
So here we have the control room, which will be divided into two. We have the main adult sim, which is on the left hand side, shows a two-way mirror. And on the right hand side, again, you have the pediatric side, which you've just seen. In here, we will control all simulations throughout the center and allow us to be able to project into any room to allow them to be trained, to be facilitated, so they'll be able to learn at the same time.
We have two sets of sim man, we have the male and the female here. So what we do is that depending on the case we are trying to simulate, we can do surgical cases, orthopedics, deteriorating patients. So whatever it is, we recreate that by presenting that. So we'll prepare the individual mannequins. So these are the high fidelity sim man that we use. They can breathe, they can talk. Once they start the program, if you listen to the chest, you'll be able to get the breast sounds. Also, you can monitor that, control it from the control room in terms of the parameters, the two-side change, the changes that you can see on the monitor here. So if we start the program, we expect that the monitor will be on, the blood pressure, the heart rate will be displayed here. Now we control them, this control. Once we program it, and we'll be able to use that to create different scenarios, acute abdomen, acute myocardial infarction, trauma, GI bleeds, just name it, any kind of medical, surgical. Lady is also, we try to recreate a different color skin, so this is also representing the ethnicity in our culture, and also we can change the gender by just removing, having different, we have more of this in the storeroom, but for now this is where the simulation happens. Everyone is in the briefing area where people normally stay, and you can watch it on the screen, and then we normally set it up as the briefing room. People will see that what is going on in the simulation zone. Area 2 and area 3, which is up to the end of the corridor there. At times we do have out of hospital simulation, so we have a camera set up to the right from the beginning, so if we have patients related with the hospital. The good thing about the location of the simulation center is in Southwest London, and it's a requisite advanced population, so we're addressing health inequality, and we use this also representing the kind of humanity now we have different color shapes, and we use that to to create different kind of condition that we encounter with the future.
All right, thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I understand the audio was a bit off in that video, but what we're looking at is the role of technology, enhanced learning and simulation in transforming medical education here in Nigeria. We're looking at how to bridge that gap here in Nigeria. So that was what the overview of that video you just watched. We'll move without wasting any much time to the next presentation, and this will be delivered by Professor Abdul Mohammed, and it's on applied chemistry for national development. Please, a round of applause for Professor Abdul as he comes up on stage. A round of applause for him. Can we make this applause a bit louder? Thank you very much. This presentation will go for 5 minutes, and then we'll move to the next presentation. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I would like to stand on the existing protocol by also standing on the already established protocol, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and our Honorable Minister of Education, the Honorable Minister of Education State, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, and please permit me to stand on currently established protocol. Thank you. So I'll be talking today about applied chemistry for national development. Chemistry is the central science, and it's been known to contribute to a lot of developments that we have currently today that we may not even think so much about, including in areas of healthcare, environmental protection, agriculture, herbicides and pesticides, safe drinking water, and energy and transportation. For instance, these days we think about purchasing electric vehicles. These electric vehicles are powered by lithium-ion batteries, which are developed with a lot of chemistry knowledge. We have safe drinking water. These are protected mainly by chemists, so I'm making sure that we don't have toxins and things of that nature in our drinking water. Make sure that our foods and are also protected in that toxins can be detected in them, and we are protected from those. Similarly, my situation today is to propose something different, a paradigm shift, based on what we've been talking about, using technology, using AI, and so on and so forth, in terms of national development, in terms of making sure we transform our educational system. My proposal is we need to transform our educational system to be more entrepreneurial, to be more innovative, in that instead of us focusing more on rote knowledge, we want to create creative thinkers in our educational system that will translate academic research, for instance, into more useful technologies that will be useful and be developed worldwide. Some of the things that could be done to do this include making sure that our educational system includes entrepreneurial courses, not only just the regular, chemistry courses, for instance, but also students are also allowed to take entrepreneurial courses. And then the teaching technology, the teaching methodology is changed to make sure that the teaching methodology is more student-centered, such that students are actually active participants in their knowledge, rather than just regurgitating knowledge. They gain practical knowledge that they can also apply, for instance. Things like project-oriented guided inquiry learning, project-based learning are some of the examples of new innovative teaching technologies. And we should consider that making sure that academic research is translated into commercial ventures is one of the things we actually look at in our educational system. Making sure that we protect intellectual property so that when research ideas are generated in our universities and they are developed into useful technologies, those who develop it actually gain from the development of those useful technologies. All of this should help us to move forward. Now, encourage applied research at universities should be nurtured, and the government should have an industrial policy that promotes developing local technologies rather than focusing on technology transfer. Technology transfer hasn't worked so well. We have the Raw Materials Development Council, which has been trying as much as possible to project raw materials that are available in Nigeria for useful purposes that could be used to develop products and technologies that will be useful for the development of Nigeria. So in summary, my suggestion is we need to have a paradigm shift based on what we have been discussing today, artificial intelligence, technology, in the training of our students to make sure that they are actually job creators rather than maybe job seekers, because they are already trained to develop jobs, to develop small-scale businesses once they graduate, and also promote small industries to commercialize the products they have developed. Our universities could serve as incubators where the research developed in the universities are incubated at universities to develop some more before they are then commercialized outside the university. Those are some ideas that I believe will promote national development and also alleviate poverty. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prof. You kept to time. Next, we have emerging sustainable manufacturing technologies for real-world applications, additive manufacturing. To present, we have John Fayomi. Give him a round of applause while he comes on stage.
Thank you very much for having me here. Good day, everyone. Your Excellencies present. I want to welcome everyone to this wonderful occasion of Diaspora Bridge Initiative. Dr. Maruf Halausa, thank you very much, Your Honorable Minister, for this wonderful initiative. Also, I want to recognize the presence of my leader, the SSA to the President on Student Engagement. Thank you for joining us. While I was coming this morning, one of our graduates in Diaspora called me and she said, I have an initiative that I want to talk about and I need to talk to the Minister of Education. It's a way of giving back to our homeland. She's based in the USA. And I told her that, see, today we are having the launching of an initiative called Diaspora Bridge. So you are welcome, and the Minister of Education will be ready to accept you anytime you want to engage. Likewise, about a couple of days ago, I went to the NTA, and one question popped up. The question was, what do I think we can do differently to support the educational reform in Nigeria? And I responded that there's already what we call paradigm shift in the educational sector, and the launching of that shift is happening today on the 28th, being initiated by our Honorable Minister. So, and I believe that that question is already been answered today. So, Honorable, once again, thank you for this wonderful initiative. I'm an engineer, and today I'll be talking on the emerging sustainable manufacturing technologies for real-world applications. One thing I would love to mention very quickly is that sustainability is the hallmark for every manufacturing processes. And as you can see, that every now and then, there are different manufacturing processes that are evolving. Why are we having different manufacturing processes? It's simply because we are looking for flexibility, simplicity, sustainability at all costs, and cost effectiveness. Most recently, additive manufacturing, which is a layer-by-layer manufacturing process, is one of the emerging technology that cut across all aspects of life, all areas of engineering. Should we talk about electrical, mechanical, manufacturing, materials, chemical, aerospace, and the likes. So it therefore means, but from all our curriculum, we could see that additive manufacturing has not been fully implemented in most of our curriculum in Nigeria. And my recommendation would be to all the vice chancellors present, we should look into having additive manufacturing into our curriculum. I can see that my alma mater, Federal University of Petroleum Resources, my vice chancellor is here, Professor Agbalagba, and they have started doing something in that area. Personally, I work on developing new methods via additive manufacturing. And I've been able to use what I call directed energy deposition to develop a new class of alloys. And these materials was developed monolithically and heterostructured wide. For the sake of conflict interest, I will not be able to mention this alloy because this alloy is supposed to be patented anytime very soon in my university. For record purpose, I am completing my engineering PhD at RMIT University, Australia. So what do we do differently? We use new materials to formulate these particular new alloys. Very flexible, very simple, without post-processing or what we call heat treatment. We're able to achieve about 1500 megapascal and ductility of about 16% increase. This is very laudable. Like I said, I would love to mention the name of the alloy for the sake of the IP. So this is a way of telling us that there are manufacturing processes that can help us to repair parts without wasting time, without wasting resources. Imagine us having a technology that can help us to repair most of the abandoned, if you go to maybe military and every aspect of our industries here, you will see that there are lots of abandoned vehicles, hammers, and horrors, simply because they couldn't get the spare parts. But with additive manufacturing process, we can develop this spare part without wasting time, saving energy, saving costs. And fortunately enough, there's a company in Nigeria currently called Russell Smith. Russell Smith just got an additive manufacturing technology called cold spray manufacturing technology. And this will be the first of its kind in the whole of West Africa. They are in the Victoria Island. And that particular equipment can produce parts in less than 5 to 10 minutes. That is how fast it is. That is how accurate it is. With densification of about 99.9%. So this is a way to go. So I'm here to encourage the university that we need to continue to be innovative. And one of the innovative ways of developing materials is additive manufacturing. The future of additive manufacturing is now, and we have to key into this dream. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, John Fayomi. Emerging sustainable manufacturing technologies for real-world applications. Additive manufacturing. That is what he just talked about. We are wrapping up. I now call Mr. Abel Eniton, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education. Sir, welcome to the stage and wrap up these proceedings.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests and gentlemen and ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me please to stand on the carefully and consensually established protocol, but that is not without recognizing our astute, engaging, inspirational, indefatigable, and visionary Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Olatuji Maruf Alausa, CON. In one of the presentations, they refused or they failed to add CON. I was angry, but in the course of the presentation, I saw a beautiful lady being projected. I said, their sins are forgiven. It's CON, and I am Associate CON. So better know that as from today, Associate CON. Because of time, I'll quickly go to what I'm told to do. As we conclude what has been an insightful and inspiring occasion, it is my honor on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Education to deliver this wrap-up brief and express our heartfelt appreciation to everyone who participated in today's event, both physically and virtually. The launch of the Diaspora Bridge initiative represents a significant milestone in our collective commitment to transforming Nigeria's education sector. The bridge, which stands for building resilience through inclusive development, growth, and excellence, is a program which seeks to mobilize the intellectual, technical, and financial capacities of our diaspora community for national development in a coordinated and sustainable manner. And I can tell you for free that that bridge is very solid. When it was being launched, you could see the fire coming out like a welding fire. And that was what was used to build the bridge and weld it. And you can see that it's very strong, going by the eminent personalities that lined up to introduce the bridge to you. So join me in crossing the bridge. According to Brené Brown, she's an American academic. What separates privilege from entitlement is gratitude. And so, let me take this opportunity to express our deep gratitude to His Excellency, the Father of the Nation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose renewed hope agenda continues to guide our sectoral reforms with clarity and determination. I think it deserves a round of applause. We also extend our sincere appreciation to His Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, for his unwavering and inspirational support. Of course, to the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, CON, and the Honorable Minister of State for Education, she just left for another program, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad. Your visionary leadership and dedication have been instrumental in bringing us to this moment. Your partnership as ministers is not only effective but truly exemplary. It is a partnership made in heaven and delivered here in Abuja. The partnership is working, and we can all see. Even when the Honorable Minister was delivering his address, he asked us to give the Honorable Minister of State a round of applause. I think in her absence, we can still do that for her. Let us applaud and give her a round of applause. They are like angels in human form. And that reminds me, several years back, I visited a woman, a CEO. She was looking angelic. Our reception was warm. I enjoyed being in her presence. And I was almost tempted, believing that she was an angel truly, until I looked closely and I saw a bottle of granules and a bottle of zobo in one corner. And I said, no, she couldn't be an angel, because angels don't eat granules and they don't drink zobo. So they are angels in human form, and we appreciate them. I would also like to especially thank all participants in this hall
and those that are online, for your enthusiasm and engagement, particularly our state governors. Governor Imba was fantastic, and that is one thing I'm taking away from here, that we have visionary, committed, responsible governors in this country that can take education to the next level. And I'm proud to be associated with him, and that is associated, at least is a friend of the minister. So by being friends of the minister is equally my friend. I can lay claim to that. Please, Honourable Minister, I'm not struggling with you, but I'm following in your footsteps. So I'm appreciating also the Honourable Ministers that were here to give us support, senior government officials, diaspora collaborators, development partners, especially our partner, NITCOM, and other key stakeholders. Your invaluable contributors and shared commitment have made today's event a resounding success. As we move on, let us carry this message with us. Each and every one of us, please. Nigeria is calling. Now is the time to build a bridge that connects potential with purpose and transforms vision into reality. It is our duty to make sure that this dream is sustained, and what we are looking forward to is achieved at the end of the day. It takes you and I to remain committed and to support it for sustainability. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And on your behalf, I want to thank this interpreter. He has done well. I will shake him now, and he will interpret our shaking to you. He can't use one hand, he can use both hands. Thank them, like this. God bless you all.
FEMSEC, that was very, very interesting and exciting. A round of applause to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mr. Abel Eniton. That's a good one. While lunch is being served or being set up, the live band give us melodies. And the cultural troupe prepare immediately after the melodies. The cultural troupe will continue to entertain. Thank you. That will also signal end of proceedings today. Thank you.
Yes, sir.